Deloitte predicts that in 2013, more than 50% of the Fortune 500 will adopt a bring your own computer or BYOC policy. But at the same time, we're also predicting that numerous firms that already have a BYOC policy will stop allowing it. We actually have two predictions because there's two different kinds of BYOC under discussion.
So for the BYOC that won't happen, what are the reasons for that?
This one version of bring your own computer is not as successful as might have been thought. One firm that's had that policy for 3 or 4 years now actually has only had 25% of its employees accept this version of bring your own computer. Further, in numerous other countries, there are tax implications around this, such that a company wouldn't save any money by moving to BYOC. In fact, they'd have to spend more, and their employees would get less powerful computers as a result. Fundamental reality is that most employees don't actually want to procure their own computers. They actually just want a better, newer version of a PC, and that will usually reduce most of the requests for BYOC.
So are there any forms of BYOC which you think will be successful?
That's the other version, and it isn't where the company pays for the computer and there's an allowance. Instead, employees take a computer that they already own, that they already support, that they've already paid for. Nothing gets expensed to the company, but they don't use a corporate machine. Instead, they do all their work tasks through their own computer.
Now that sounds very sensible, but it also sounds a bit familiar. Isn't that a bit like webmail?
Now, if it were only the email accounts, that would not be a BYOC policy. There are lots of things we do. But what about things like conference calls online? What about collaboration tools? What about online and video training, expense submission, all these compliance or other forms of, if all of those are available in some fashion through an employee-owned, procured, and maintained machine, that is in fact a BYOC policy. In fact, it really is. They truly are bringing their own computer. They aren't having the company pay for it. It is a personal machine.
And with this type of BYOC, so which kinds of workers and which types of companies do you think this will be most applicable to, or will it be completely mainstream?
It will be across a variety. Obviously, anybody who has a lot of contract workers, this is an absolutely enormous benefit. Instead of having somebody come in and having to give them a machine for only a month or two, it would be a tremendous advantage if they could just use the machine they already have. Technology workforces also have a lot of employees who are very attached to specific kinds of machines. Allowing them to keep using their preferred device would presumably enhance productivity. Finally, any firm that's rapidly growing or doing a lot of M&A, once again, a significant advantage to not having to worry about changing out possibly thousands of machines every time you grow fast or acquire another company.
So it seems to me like we will have BYOC and we won't have BYOC. So the IT environment will become more flexible, but also more complex as well.